If you're raising a few $100,000 per year from individual donors, but you've kind of stalled, or at least you feel like your growth has really slowed, I want you to know that that's common. It's common because the systems that got you here are not going to help you raise more than $1 million a year. So I've got 4 steps for you today. These 4 steps are major donor focused, and they're taken from the organizations that are raising lots and lots of money every year, and they're going to help you raise more than $1 million a year from individual donors. The very first step is to measure your major donor retention rate. You probably know your overall retention rate, but your major donors are your most important donors. So keeping them is a huge priority. So you want to make sure you know what percentage of your major donors you're keeping every year, and then be increasing that percentage. Allocate resources, time and money to do whatever you need to do to retain those major donors. That's how important they are. Okay, the second thing that you need to do is have an annual plan and giving goal for every single major donor. For every major donor, you want to have a plan. You want to know what you're doing in January and February and March. And for every major donor, you want to have a giving goal. If they gave $5,000 last year, you're going to try to get them to $6,500 this year. Having a plan and a goal for every donor is a proven way to go deeper in relationships, to let the donors know how important they are, and for you to be raising more money all throughout the year from all of your majors. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, we're going to call this trackable actions. What we're looking for here is for anybody who is managing a portfolio of major donors. This could be a major gifts officer, an MGO, or it could be your executive director who is managing maybe 15 or 20 different giving units. You want all of their actions in their major donor fundraising efforts to be trackable. So we should know, how many phone calls did you make? How many emails did you send? How many lunches did you go on? How many proposals did you deliver? How many answers did you get? You want all of that trackable, both to know how that person is doing in terms of, are they doing the work that leads to success, and to know how the major donors are doing and the program is doing, so that you can measure the success of the program. So that this is where it becomes more science than art. Both are necessary, but you want the science because you can change the science and the behaviors every year to make your program better. Okay, 4th and finally, upgrades and downgrades. You want to know what percentage of your major donors give more each year, and what percentage give less each year. The reason you want to know this is because what often happens is major donors will give about the same or a little less, but their revenue will be replaced by new major donors. And so what you're doing is, rather than growing the capacity of the whole major donor cohort by getting them to give more every year, you're losing some money and gaining some money every year. So you really want to pay attention to upgrades and downgrades so that you can manage them. And by the way, pro tip here, if you have a major donor who is giving the same amount every year, that's usually, not always, but usually a sign of a major donor who isn't particularly engaged, and you're at a higher risk of losing them than you think. So you really want to work to engage those donors. Okay, we've got all 4 of these things here, and what happens when all 4 of these are installed and working together is you get that flywheel effect. You keep more of your major donors. They start giving more. Your program raises more money. You start to be able to hire more staff and do more good. And you leave that few $100,000 zone behind. You get to $1 million a year. and you keep going. The impact of your organization increases, and you'll love how much good you're going to do. If you are in the few $100,000 a year zone and you feel stalled or just growth has slowed, this is exactly what Better Fundraising helps with. If you'd like help with your major donor program or your entire annual fund, get in touch. There's a link below, or you can go to betterfundraising.com to find out more. Thanks.